Sagittarius, I'm hearing that your vision is what matters right now. Make sure that your vision stays protected so that you don't lose sight of where your arrows need to go, in which you are going to be tasking yourself going forward. Let's have a look and see. Welcome to the Arcana Veil. We have Coffin. You're definitely putting something to rest for sure. He's dying off. Maybe that old focus. First house. Something in the first house for you. We have the self, identity, consciousness, ego. Our focus, appearance, you see. Focus. We have the entrance that wanted to come out. So we will take it. Within the nature of this reading, as it stands, and this one wants to come out as well, so I'm taking this for you. Anima, which is part of your soul. You're going through this journey of exploration in which you are essentially setting a new course in motion. We know that Sagittarians always do that. They are the ones that move through and create lines of direction for the rest to follow those pathways. We're seeing also that in your nature here, you're definitely exploring all the ideas that you used to hold about yourself. Those are some old beliefs and behaviors that you're actually putting to rest, burying them so that they don't hold that much power over you anymore. Within the nature of the entrance and this one that wanted to come out, that was basically flopping itself here. We're seeing that the anima, which is your soul, the feminine principle of your consciousness, or that which receives the information so that it can be used to birth something in place, is coming into an alignment for you here, because you are holding that vision carefully and not sharing too much to everyone. It is important that you not just share it out willy-nilly to every Tom, Dick and Harry, because that information is very precious to you. And so I want to remind you that this is for the Sagittarian consciousness as a collective. So wherever Sagittarius is in your chart, that is then for you, and that your questions that you have had over time has crossed through the ethers, so that I am able to read for you what that means. So therefore, information here is timeless. Let's have a look and see what is in the tarot for you. We have the Knight of Coins here. Definitely putting something to, you're ending something. It's like you're drawing the line and you're paying the last installment of something. You're paying it off. It's finished now. You've offered enough to somebody. You've stopped paying something now. Maybe you've paid off your house. Maybe you've paid off your car. Maybe you've paid off a loan. There's something coming through here as well. It's the end now of that. Let's see what else for you. We have the Queen of Cups here. Sagittarius, your nature of reality in which you hold yourself, you pride yourself in your wisdom, your information. She holds the pen, the feather pen here, which is definitely related to what is in your head, and what you speak on is your gift, to always speak things on target, on point. Five of Wands here, causing a little bit of ripples here because you're taking another direction. Oh my gosh, are you shocking your people? Taking another direction? Are they fighting with you about where you wish to go? Seven of Cups, starting another relationship with someone. Perhaps you're not who they thought you were. Seven of Cups, some judgment over your consciousness. Maybe you judge yourself. Don't do that. Five of Cups. Although it's healthy to judge oneself, but not to the point of loss. Five of Cups here. So the lesson is definitely in letting go of the old, so that you are allowing yourself to bring across new perspectives. There is a mental fight right now. It's kind of normal, especially if you're holding strong a pathway that you've set in motion. There's a lot of stuff that's come through to you that seem to be questioned. You're questioning that information, and it's good to do that. But you are also preventing yourself from really settling in on any one particular thing that you're looking for. The interesting thing here about the Seven of Cups is I'm being shown that it's an array of a lot of information. Some of you might even be changing your religion, perhaps. Anima definitely speaks of the spiritual development through the soul here, so you might be changing philosophies even. I'm seeing that the Five of Cups here, I'm being shown this angel in the shadow next to his head. There's definitely keeping certain things at bay. You are moving into a pathway that is not a familiar one, not to everyone. There seems to be those that will still be supporting you through this, but essentially this feels like you're on some sort of dark night of the soul. Some of you, not all of you, of course. There's a rooster crowing over there, often depicted as being reminded that the rooster is a masculine solar energy, but it's dark. It's the darkest before the sun rises. So as it stands within the nature of your consciousness, you are almost there in establishing a solution as to what to do next. If this is a relationship, there's definitely a wrestling to present your side of the story when you're trying to find a way to actually tell that person. I'm seeing that person's not always listening to what you're saying, and you kind of think, okay, if this is it now, I've drawn the line, I'm done with this, I'm actually stopping that whole thing. I'm not going to run after X, Y, and Z. Ace of Cups here under the Knight of Coins, bringing up, mining out of a fountain, underwater fountain coming up to the surface, presenting itself as a coin for you, saying that you have now the ability to transmute emotions and turn it into something that you can work with. So even if that person's not listening to you, you're definitely putting effort into yourself now, more than you perhaps have done before, which is perhaps uncommon for some. Eight of Cups here, Queen of Cups. Definitely walking away from somebody or something that's not really recognizing you for who you are. For some of you, I'm seeing you actually walking away from belief systems now. You're stopping all of that focus. Maybe you've ended off a subscription. This could be something like that. Stop paying for a subscription. We have the Hanged Man here under the Five of Wands. Yeah, it's gonna be feeling like that a little bit until you're finally over that. We'll see just now how how much further you need to go in terms of needing to weigh that information up. Hanged Man is normally the position that one holds in observing something and seeing how it plays itself out. I also want to wager here and say that I'm seeing you sitting there and just looking at the whole thing and thinking and waiting for certain things to happen so that you can have the signs to be able to change your path into what it is that you want to achieve. Although it feels to me more like you're kind of waiting for someone to actually give you the space to find your own thoughts. But that in itself here, Seven of Cups, highlighted by you actually taking the time. Three of Wands, taking the time to figure it out yourself. So if it's not being given to you, then you are taking it for yourself and really cutting the cake in such a way that you're able to eat each slice without losing any more crumbs to it. That was interesting. That must be for some of you. Have your cake and eat it is what I hear. Six of Pentacles here under the Five of Cups. Definitely indicative of promoting a new way of explaining something to you. In other words, this is perhaps the reading in itself that is new to you, and you're thinking, maybe I should think about what is being said here. Or this could be someone talking to you about certain heart-to-heart spiritual stuff, and you're really questioning whether it's worth your time and effort here. Interestingly enough, it's Three of Wands underneath the Seven of Cups, indicative of really, you know that you can have the ability to change it if you really wanted to. You are um, energetic enough to be able to do that. Let's have a look for you. Crossing, bringing the bridge over. Where this is leading you towards. We have the King of Swords right over the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Coins. We have the swords here. Yeah, you're definitely setting your path in place now. You're actually having to take a little bit more defense strategy doing that. There is something that you are struggling with, fighting with. Someone's maybe fighting with you about your ideas. You're changing jobs. Changing career. King of Wands. It's a lot of like beginning things here. King of Wands, King of Swords, Knight of Coins, Ace. So you feel like you're on your own here as well. But then again, can you really work that much with a group right now, especially if the group is challenging you? Right now, this is why it's suggesting that you hold your vision quiet or secretly, or protect your vision so that it doesn't become lost. And let's see, how long is this going to take for you? Or what develops around that for you? We have 2 here, 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. 5 of Wands and 5 of Pentacles and 4 of Swords over the 4 of Cups. This is the nexus point. You're waiting for energy to come through. Stop, go, stop, go. I want to say, advice for you is to slow down and to adapt the King of Swords approach here, to sit and just be aware of how the information is presented before you make a sudden decision here. It definitely makes me feel like you're going through a process where you're deciding which way to go in terms of a business. Starting up a business in a particular way could be difficult because it's going to take a lot of manpower and you don't have all of the financial assistance that you may have wanted. This is for some, not for all, of course. For others of you, if this is a relationship, you have to allow yourself the space to be able to communicate what it is that you wish to bring across to the person of interest that you are connected with. We're also seeing the 4 of Swords here as advisable to take the stance or the stand, much like the King of Swords here, where you are resting and abiding, but not to become too let's say soft, but to be aware of what it is that you're looking at. 4, 5 is very important for some. 4 and 5 is important for someone. That is those are numbers that speak to you. That's for you. I'm also hearing a dog that's howling in the background. You may even hear it, and this could mean that there's definitely some action going on around you right now. So you're advised to sit tight and actually just wait for this thing to just get past, this week actually to go through before you can actually start things up again. For some of you, you might start a business in about 4 weeks or so, or you might have a new answer for you in about 4 weeks or so. There's just something that's come up here as well. Definitely, Sagittarius, this was your reading. I hope that this has given you some guidance and some information and some aspirations. And I will see you soon. Thank you.